A driver sits alone in a media center chair. The question hanging in the air is one he has heard for years, but never on a night this big. 4 characters, written inside a hauler, not a lap time, not a number, a message. On a Saturday night in Virginia, the men who put those words up decided the entire sport should finally read them. A 3-time champion. A rival who beat him to a title once. And a phrase said out loud, to his face, in a press room, Mickey Mouse champion. 4 days later, the man who understands that format better than anyone alive was asked the same question. Instead of defending him, he agreed. This channel, NASCAR Voltage, is closing in on 500 subscribers, and breakdowns like this one keep coming because of that growing support. Subscribing, liking, and commenting directly fuels more real NASCAR analysis like this one. Every bit of that support matters in keeping this kind of coverage going, so if this story pulls you in, stay with it to the end. The story begins at Richmond Raceway, at the Cookout 400, a 400-lap race run on a Saturday night. Joey Logano's number 22 Team Penske Ford led 95 laps, leading the field 6 separate times, and crossed the line 0.392 seconds ahead of the field. Chase Briscoe, driving the number 19 Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota, led a race-high 171 laps and passed pole-sitter Ryan Blaney on lap 1, marking his first-ever lap led at Richmond. Before that Saturday, his best finish at the track in 9 starts was 11th. The race turned on pit strategy. Logano and Briscoe both made their final stops on lap 361, while Christopher Bell had stopped 19 laps earlier and tried to stretch his tires over the final 57 laps, fading from the lead as a result. Logano needed 15 laps to reclaim the lead after his stop and moved in front for good with roughly 25 laps remaining. Briscoe closed the gap to within 0.3 seconds inside the final 10 laps but could not complete the pass. The finishing order behind them told its own story. Austin Cindric finished 3rd, his best result since his Talladega 2025 win. Denny Hamlin finished 4th, extending his points lead to 115 over Ryan Blaney. Chase Elliott finished 5th, his first top 5 since Texas. Kyle Larson finished 6th, Bell 7th, Josh Berry 8th, William Byron 9th, and Alex Bowman 10th. Blaney, who led 88 laps and won Stage 1, finished 13th. Carson Hocevar was eliminated by engine failure on lap 285, dropping from 8th to 11th in the points standings. Logano's crew chief, Paul Wolfe, described the pattern afterward. "We've seen it a lot over the years, once he gets that confidence. He's very good under pressure situations." The win marked Logano's 39th career victory, his 3rd at Richmond and his first there in 9 years, his 2nd win of 2026, and his 2nd win in 4 races, a sharp turnaround after just 1 win in his previous 56 starts. The event also marked the 11th sellout in 24 Cup races run Southwest far this season. The moment that changed the story's direction came in the media center. A reporter put it to Logano directly, "This is not my words, but the words of some on social media may call you the Mickey Mouse champion." Logano's answer came in 3 parts. First, to answer the question first, they're all legit. I don't care what the format is. Everyone knew the rules when it started, okay. Then, do I have a little chip on my shoulder? Yes. That's a clear yes. So much that our little team slogan in our hauler, our scoreboard, is, for the haters. And finally, either way, the Mickey Mouse ears look good on the trophies either way, and the check was pretty cool to go with it. Motorsport, at Motorsport, for the haters. Joey Logano addressed critics who call him a Mickey Mouse champion as he battles for his 4th NASCAR title. August 16, 2026. Logano was not denying the nickname in that exchange. He was repeating it back, on camera, as a slogan painted inside his own team's hauler. To understand why that label exists at all requires understanding the format it comes from. From 2014 through 2025, the Cup Series used an elimination-style playoff, with the Xfinity and Truck Series adopting the same structure starting in 2016. Race wins during the regular season earned automatic berths into the playoffs. From there, the field was cut down in elimination rounds until 4 drivers remained, and a single race decided the champion. The core criticism of that format is a matter of record, not opinion. 1 race could outweigh 9 months of results. The 2025 season supplied the evidence. There were 14 different winners across the season, and 7 drivers won 3 or more races, led by Denny Hamlin with 6, Shane Van Gisbergen with 5, and Christopher Bell and Ryan Blaney with 4 each. At the Phoenix finale, Hamlin in Cup and Connor Zilisch in Xfinity were their series statistical leaders for the season, and both finished as runner-up in the title race. Only Corey Heim in the Truck Series converted his season into a championship, and he needed a last-lap move to do it. That gap between season-long dominance and the outcome on one final night is the resentment bank that Kevin Harvick drew from next. Will Buxton raised the media center exchange with Harvick directly on speed, calling it bold commentary. Harvick's voice carries particular weight here because he won the Cup title in 2014, the first year the elimination format was used. He lived the exact system now being questioned. His answer came in 2 parts. First, yeah, well, I think when you look at the format and us as competitors when I was still driving, you would tell people, hey, I just raced to the format. Then, but I think when you look back at it, I think that's the reason that they changed the format because it was a little Mickey Mouse. Harvick did not exempt his own championship from that label. A former champion had just agreed with the internet's harshest nickname for a format that also crowned him. He then turned the comment toward Logano directly, so if I was Joey Logano, I would look at that as motivation to say, I don't want that. I don't want that rhetoric next to my 3 championships. So I'm just going to go win a 4th to be able to put all that to rest. And really, that's great motivation. The fan reaction shows this is not a one-off exchange but an ongoing argument. Alexander Stegall, at Real Alex Stegall, if he wins a 4th championship, it'll be a tragedy. I'll PS and ST on its grave. October 5, 2025, other fans on X have echoed the same sentiment in less severe terms, posting lines such as, "We're getting another Logano Mickey Mouse championship, aren't we?" and pointing to inconsistent recent finishes as contradicting his standing as a champion. The stakes behind this argument changed on January 12, 2026, when NASCAR announced it was restoring the chase format across all 3 national series, ending the elimination era entirely. Under the new system, the top 16 drivers in points after a 26-race regular season advance in the Cup Series, the top 12 in Xfinity, and the top 10 in trucks. There is no "win and you're in" provision, and no single race decides the title. The chase itself runs 10 races in Cup, 9 in Xfinity, and 7 in trucks, with the most points at the end determining the champion. The point structure changed as well. A win is now worth 55 points, up from 40, an increase of roughly 37%, with second place worth 35, third worth 34, fourth worth 33, and so on in descending order. Stage points remain unchanged, but bankable playoff points have been eliminated entirely, the largest revision to the points system since stage points were introduced in 2017. After the regular season, the points leader is reset to a baseline of 100, carrying a 25-point cushion over the second seed and a 100-point cushion over the 16th and final seed. The chase opens at Darlington on Labor Day weekend and closes at Homestead, Miami, which replaces Phoenix as the season-ending venue. NASCAR President Steve O'Donnell explained the reasoning: "We felt like more points to the win, but you still have got to be there every race." Hall of Famer Mark Martin added, "It's going to require our 2026 champion to be lightning fast and incredibly consistent, and that's what we can all get behind." Before the new format was even confirmed, Kyle Larson had offered a similar read: "With more races, it's a little bit more in your hands." The timing of this argument lines up with a pattern in Logano's own career. Every one of his championship appearances has fallen on an even year: 2014, 2016, 2018, 2020, 2022, and 2024, with titles specifically in 2018, 2022, and 2024. This is 2026. At the halfway point of this season, Logano was as low as 20th in points, the slowest start of his championship career, backed by just 1 win in his previous 56 starts. The turnaround began with a win at North Wilkesworth last month, in which he led 323 of 450 laps, followed by the Richmond win, 2 victories in 4 races, lifting him to 9th in the standings. Logano described the run himself: "We had a great car here the last 5 races and we haven't been able to capitalize on the win." And separately, "Don't let the boys get hot. We're pretty strong right now. It's awesome to see the speed in the 22 again." A callback stat sharpens the tension. In his last title run, in 2024, Logano won 3 of the final 10 races, the exact length of the new chase. He is 36 years old, and the same pattern is reappearing. 2 regular season races remain before the field is set. Next is the Dollar Tree 301 at New Hampshire on August 23rd, a 301-lap race with Ryan Blaney as the defending winner, followed by Daytona, which closes the regular season. Already locked into the playoffs by points and wins after Richmond are Hamlin, Blaney, Ty Gibbs, Tyler Reddick, Briscoe, Elliott, and Bell. Filling out positions 8 through 15 are Larson, Logano, Chris Buescher, Carson Hocevar, Byron, Daniel Suarez, Bubba Wallace, and Cindric. At the 16th and final transfer position, Shane Van Gisbergen holds a 50-point cushion over Ryan Preece, with Ross Chastain sitting 63 points back and Brad Keselowski 78 points back. Under the new point structure, every position gained before the reset is worth 5 extra points across the entire 10-race chase, meaning even 9th place is not a safe position. Chase Briscoe, reflecting on his near miss at Richmond, said, "This place has been a real struggle to me." Austin Cindric, crediting Logano's command of the track, said, "This is a racetrack that I feel like Joey Logano could finish top 5 in my rental car. What remains is a standoff without a resolution." A 2014 champion has called the format that made him champion a little Mickey Mouse. A 3-time champion has answered that every one of his titles was earned, because the rules were identical for every driver who raced under them. The new chase format will be the first real test of which argument holds up when a single race no longer decides anything. Whether Logano's record stands as 3 legitimate championships or as a product of a format NASCAR itself chose to abandon is a question this season is now built to answer. If you enjoy real NASCAR breakdowns like this, you'll like what's coming next, so drop a comment with which side of this you land on, share this video with another NASCAR fan, and subscribe so you don't miss the next one.